This is a 6th generation fighter jet that will soon enter the Russian military. And this is a 5th generation fight that has already serving the Russian military with an expected plan of serving 35 years or more. However, what makes the Generation 6 unique and more demanding than any other aircraft is that it will serve the military without the pilot. Moreover, it is packed with artificial intelligence-based helmet-mounted displays that help get a complete 360-degree vision without losing sight on the target, just like you experience in video games. The Russian military is considered the second most powerful military in the world. Also, it has the most extensive collection of nuclear weapons, which is why it is one of the few countries heavily chasing after the 6th generation fighter jet. But what about the other weapons that make the Russian military so powerful? Well, let's find out. Don't forget to watch until the end because we'll also be talking about some of the insane tech-based weapons Russia doesn't want to export to any country. It is true that Russia currently has around 6,000 nuclear weapons that are considered the most extensive stock of nuclear weapons owned by a country globally. However, does this mean that Russia also has the most devastating nuclear weapons? Well, you'll be shocked to know what we're about to tell you next. FOAB. Known as father of all bombs, the FOAB is currently under the jurisdiction of the Russian government, which was created to give a perfect reply to America's MOAB. So how did they manage to give that reply? Well, FOAB is 4 times more devastating than MOAB, mother of all bombs, and has a much further range. Although Russia claims it does not pollute the environment, it does manage to suck the entire oxygen out of the zone and hits everyone with a high-temperature shockwave by only making them suffocate. Sar Bomb. In 1945, during World War II, the first nuclear bomb was dropped against human civilization by the United States and Japan. As it resulted in the death of 200,000 civilians, many even today believe that it was the most powerful nuclear bomb that exists today. However, if I tell you that the most devastating nuclear weapon that even Russia is afraid of making part of their military is actually owned by Russia itself. To be more specific, the Sar Bomb is the most powerful nuclear weapon in the world that is currently sleeping in the land of Russia. Made by the USSR, the bomb was tested on October 30th, 1961 at an unknown location in the Nova Zemlya archipelago. Weighing around 27 tons, the bomb was too big to fit in the bomber planes, because of which specific changes were made in the plane. When it was dropped, the fireball reached around 8 kilometers wide, and the mushroom cloud shot up to 65 kilometers long in height. And when the devastation was measured, 35 kilometers of the area from the bomb's location was completely blown to ashes, just like the Avengers Endgame when Iron Man snapped his finger. Although the SAR never entered the Russian military because of its robust nature, it is considered the symbol of Russia's power. Tanks. After witnessing the recent footage of Russian tanks being destroyed by the Ukrainian army, many are still wondering whether Russian tanks are capable enough to enter the battlefield or not. Astonishingly, it could be one of the strategies of Vladimir Putin to convince the world to doubt their army. Because if you dig deeper, Russia is equipped with more advanced tanks than any other country in the world. Not to mention, it is recognized for owning the highest amount of tanks in the world. In 2012, when Vladimir Putin became the country's president, Russia was still scratching the surface with decades-old tanks. However, Putin soon realized the weaknesses in their military system and decided to replace them with new ones. Some of the monstrous tanks that joined the Russian army in 2015 include BMTs, BTRs, T-90s, BMPs, 1, 2, and 3, and BTR-80s. If you wonder which of these tanks were recently used in the Ukraine war, we are sad to announce that it was the T-80 and T-72, which were none of the newly entered tanks in the army. Furthermore, currently Russia has 22,210 tanks, out of which around 1,000 units are of T-90 and 1,500 units are of BMP 1, 2, or 3 tanks in reserve. Warships and submarines. When it comes to ruling over the water, Russia is not in the mood to be left behind in any manner. When other countries' presidents were busy catching their favorite fish, Russia was secretly building its navy warfare much stronger than ever. Some of its finest warships and submarines include Warships, Destroyer Vice Admiral Kulikov, The Gulf of Aden, located close to Yemen, is considered one of the most dangerous places packed with fearless pirates. However, despite the fear of these pirates spreading across the entire world, they are always afraid of the Russian destroyer Vice Admiral. As the name suggests, the destroyer Vice Admiral is considered one of the most threatening warships of Russian military that has conducted successful missions against pirates for decades. Some of the astonishing features of this warship include 8 anti-submarine and anti-ship missiles, 2 giant 100mm guns, 4 AK-630 Gatling guns, 8 553mm torpedo tubes, and 2 RBU 6000 anti-submarine rocket launchers that are in the habit of never missing their target. Furthermore, with 350 warships owned by the Russian government, it seems the pirates will better consider jumping on the water instead of wanting to get blown away by the destroyer. Submarines. Stretching 508 feet long, this is an Oscar submarine, one of Russia's largest and most unfriendly submarines that no one tries to mess with. What makes it unfriendly? Well, it consists of 4 533mm and 2 650mm torpedo tubes in a bow, 28 533mm anti-submarine missiles, 32 ground missiles, 24 P-700 Granite cruise missiles weighing 750 kilograms each, and 4 Poseidon drones that are ready to attack the enemy before he makes any move. However, this machine is only one of the 33 submarines that Russia currently has in stock. Fighter jets. When it comes to dominating above the land, Russia knows how to flaunt its power. As you've noticed at the beginning of this video, the Russian government will incorporate 6th-generation fighter jets in the military. The present 5th-generation fighter jets are also not to be underestimated by anyone. For example, Sukhoi Su-57 is a 5th-generation fighter plane that is smart enough not to get caught in the radars and can easily make dangerous twists and turns by hitting the target without a mistake. As of 2021, the Russian military has only 3 of them, hiding in the basement to be used when an emergency arrives. Moreover, if we talk about the total number of fighters, you'll be surprised to know that Russia has 1,900 fighter jets of various dangerous capabilities. Helicopters. With 1,655 attack helicopters owned by Russia, it has already established a commanding position in the front of the world. And if you're looking to have a short glimpse on its monstrous helicopters, allow us to introduce you to the FOAB Ka-27. Initially created for destroying threatening submarines, this gigantic helicopter is also equipped with highly advanced sensors, signals intelligence, provides all-around vision of targets in a crystal clear manner, 4 suspension carry rockets, anti-tank missiles, devastating bombs, and guns. Another dangerous helicopter of the Russian military that is known for creating endless fear in the enemy's mind is the FOAB Ka-50, that is equipped with the power to perform loops, rolls, and circles by also maintaining a clear sight of its target. It is also packed with an ejection seat to save the pilot during an emergency, can detect enemies in the ground from 25 kilometers and on air from 15 kilometers, have laser-guided anti-tank missiles, and has various variants, including the Ka-50N, Night Shark, and Ka-52 Alligator. So, this was a short glimpse about the second most powerful military in the world that Russia proudly claims. It is true that after the Russia and Ukraine war, Russia is planning to use more devastating weapons to take over the entire Ukraine. However, we believe that leaders of the countries should always follow the path of negotiation and diplomatic dialogue, instead of using dangerous weapons to kill our beings. Not to forget, there's always room for solving the conflicts through dialogue, no matter how much damage the war has caused between both countries. So, what do you think about the insane Russian military tech? Do you think these Russia's weapons could destroy the entire world? Let us know your answers in the comment section. What do you think has the most military power, Russia or USA? Watch this video right here and you'll get your questions answered. Don't forget to press that like button if you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.